The new Chevy Silverado HD puts you in command. Own strength with its enhanced available Duramax 6.6-liter turbo diesel V8. Own the lake with its available advanced towing technology. And own technology with an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. The new Chevy Silverado HD. Own work, own play, own life. Learn more at Chevy.com. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/post. That's ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter.com/post.
Behind home plate, we bringing it to them all day. All day. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Win or lose, we bringing it to you always. Always. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Orange or black, we rebuild the pack. No matter where we at, you know we coming back. Section 336, we on this, so tune in. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Birdland. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Birdland.
Now, here come the boys from Section 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, next generation of Baltimore sports talk. I am your enduring host, Matt Soroka. As always, I'm joined by a guy whose Twitter has never gotten hacked, nor has he ever been scammed, the button lover, Josh Soroka.
No, but I am getting some nice tweets at me tonight. But hey, you can't clip these wings.
Yeah. Well, you can clip Brock Kabako's wings, apparently.
Right.
But no, whenever I see hacks or scams, I think of you, Josh. So
why? Have I been hacked or scammed?
Well, it goes back to the saga of the PlayStations. That's where my mind goes.
Right. I gotcha.
Would you like these autographed MacBooks? Would you like these autographed PlayStation 5s?
Yeah, exactly. Hurry up. There's only 3 left.
Yeah, hurry.
$1,000.
This is an extended too, Josh. This has been going on all day. This is an extended hack situation.
Oh, I don't understand, because normally it's like you go in, you reset your password, and then you're done, right? You delete the old tweets.
Yeah, but the guy must have already... And this is not like me or you. Like, this is a prominent guy who you could think would get Twitter's attention to correct this.
Yeah, like he must have been able to go in. The hacker must have gone in there, changed the emails, changed all the links, changed everything.
Yeah, but still, as Rock Kabako, you would think he's got some cachet to make.
Come on. I know it's Rock Kabako, but it's not Zac Efron. It's a guy that's famous in Baltimore to Oriole fans.
No, but I'm just saying, just in terms of like numbers of followers, it doesn't like he has like 100 followers. He has tens of thousands of followers, I would imagine. I don't know what the number is. I would imagine just tens of thousands, though.
He has 65,000 followers.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
that's not insubstantial.
But what I don't understand is this MacBook guy. Like normally, like it's not like he changed like the profile pictures and stuff. He's still pretending to be Rock.
Yeah, and like he thinks Rock Kabako is an athlete or something. Like, who wants a signed? First of all, I don't understand signed MacBook, but even like, why would you want Rock's signature? You must think he's someone else.
I do enjoy Rock saying "hit me in my DMs" though.
Yeah. Have you DM Rock at all today?
I haven't. I should.
I bet people have. I'm just curious to see what kind of.
How many of the DMs do you think Rock? I think you've been hacked. All right. I love Rock. I go read Rock over on Masson, but I do not delve into the comment section.
Okay, the comment section is a whole nother
right. I know
another planet.
I know our dad goes into the comment section, so I assume it's the comment sections for old people that don't know how Twitter works.
I know people go to the comment section. Everyone I know who does, it's just a couple people. They're all over the age of 60. Yeah,
exactly. And I know you and I came up in the comment sections a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and we're pretty close to 60 ourselves. So
yeah,
we can't throw stones here. We're old.
Right. What is it? MTV is closer to the launch of MTV is closer to D-Day than it is today now. Something like that. It always makes you feel old. So no, I have no problem with the guys in the comment section. I just wonder how many of those old people in the comment sections are typing in their Rock, you've been hacked.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my favorite is when someone says like they tweet out that they're waiting for their Rakubako MacBook, and then the response is, "You realize that's not really Rakubako." Like, clearly, everyone realizes this,
right?
But good for the scammer. Maybe the scammer will get $500 out of this. So,
question:
everyone's got to make a living.
Question: should I'm going to drag you into this too.
Oh, I don't want any part of this already.
Should we go over to our Twitter accounts now and copy and paste the same message?
This be the new copy paste thing.
Pretend we've been hacked.
Yeah.
So
and change ours to block too. You can't even respond to it, right? Change it to protected.
Right.
But so, we should not. No, we should not do that. That's nonsense.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah. Josh, though, we have a good baseball team to talk about.
Oh, I thought we were just going to talk about jerseys and hack Twitter accounts.
No, listen, I'm glad we checked off the hack Twitter accounts. I'm looking forward to checking off the jersey box so we can talk about actual baseball.
But do you want to start with the jerseys, or do you want to start with the fact that we just swept the Blue Jays?
Yeah, no, I want
to get respect.
I want you to get whatever you got to get off your chest about the jerseys. Get it off so we can move on and talk about baseball.
All right. The City Connect jerseys came out today. I like them. I think they're pretty good.
All right.
I think there's some silly things about them, like trying to say that, hey, we've got all this culture in Baltimore, but we're hiding it inside is kind of silly. I think it's silly that they're $160, but you're saying, hey, we represent the city, even though you can't afford our jerseys. I think that's silly. But I think they look pretty good. I think the black tops with the black bottoms looks good. I have ordered the socks, and I've ordered the baseball cap. I am not putting out $160 for the jersey. It's a little too pricey for me. But I did get the hat and the socks.
Right.
I think it looks nice.
You don't have issue with the hat. Some people said maybe it looks too much like the Boston Red Sox.
All right, here's what I like about the hat. It's the same B from the script. So it's Baltimore B. It's the Oriole B. I like that. I wish it was orange. That's my only difference. That's my only thing with it. I wish it was orange. Yeah. And I know that wearing that hat down here in Florida, people are not going to know it's for the Orioles, that the B is for the Orioles.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a Baltimore thing to get. Yeah.
Right. So it's not really an out-of-town travel hat, but I like it. I think it's pretty good. So I like it, but that didn't stop me from doing my own style over at Birdland Sports.
Of course, didn't.
So I went and, the leak helped me out because the leak came out and I knew people were going to be upset. So I kind of took some of the ideas from people's frustrations over the leak and put out my own Our City shirt out tonight on Birdland Sports, where you can go check that out. Where I think that the Baltimore ones look good. But to understand how it represents the city, you have to read the story, watch the video.
It's a cool video.
It's cool. It was cool. It would be way cooler if "you can't clip these wings" was a real phrase that we used in Baltimore.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with the phrase "can't clip these wings."
I'm fine with the phrase.
I kind of like it.
I'm just saying, if you would have introduced this phrase like all year as like our marketing, it seems weird, and then bring it on the City Connect.
I mean, it's been in
excited. It's been in
the poem that opens the game for the past couple years. Yeah.
Yes. Now, that said, "You can't clip these wings" will make their way onto a Birdland Sports shirt, and when we do that playoff run, "Can't Clip These Wings" is just as good as "Buckle Up" and the other things we've had.
Yeah. Who is trying to clip the wings? Is this a shot at ownership, perhaps? I feel like if you want to, I think if you,
I like that angle. I like that angle.
Who is clipping our wings here? Who's preventing us from flying as high as the Orioles can fly.
I like the angle of John Angelos is trying to clip our wings.
But he can't, Josh. He can't. He
Right.
can't clip our wings.
You're right. I like that you can't clip our wings means is a shot at our salary.
Yeah.
You can it's the Barcelona effect.
Who else
you can force
is
us.
trying to prevent us from reaching our full potential besides ownership? No one else is trying to prevent us.
I'm all in now on your angle of you can't clip these wings.
Yeah, I think that's what it's intended to do.
It's
I think
the major.
Yeah.
You can't clip these wings. Is kind of like in Major League when they're trying to sell the team and get rid of the team, and the team rallies out. That's this team this year. You can't clip these wings.
Right. While ownership is trying to make a move to Nashville.
Right.
Saying, no, this is not happening. You can't move a World Series winning team to Nashville. You can't clip these wings.
I like it. I'm all in on you can't clip these wings now, as it's a shot at ownership that they don't understand.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to mean you can't hold someone in Baltimore back, but this is a much better angle.
Right. No. But the question is, who is trying to hold us back?
Right. I get it.
People in power, Josh. The system, people in power, like John Angelos.
Yeah. All right. I'm with you.
Josh, oh yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
No, but I was just saying, go to. No, it's simple. I'm just saying, go check out my shirt. Go to birdlandsports.com. Check out my shirt. My slogan is there's no story needed. You don't have to explain why this represents the city. So go check it out. It's cream color. It says Charm City, the greatest city in America on the front. It's got obvious references that there's no explanation needed. Check it out on any of my socials or birdlandsports.com.
This is a great Josh move too. You guys don't know this unless you're brothers with Josh. But this is a classic Josh move.
What's my move?
It's classic move.
Which part?
You tweet out on Sunday.
Oh, that I'm going to do it on Tuesday.
You're going to do the big review on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you get antsy and you do it on Monday.
It's totally
Josh
my move.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, because what happens is I say I'm going to do it on Tuesday, but then I finally finished all the artwork tonight. So I'm like, all right, I'm just putting it out tonight.
Yeah.
And I realized
you were in charge of Connects when someone leaked that picture, you would have just announced, okay, here's the jersey.
Well, no, I don't think they had the story and everything ready.
Yeah. That's
but no, that's also the beauty of a one-man business is I create all that artwork.
Right.
I put it up. I run the store. I get to launch it when I want. So yes, I did say it was coming Tuesday, but I finished it today, and I forgot that today was an off day, or I would have done it today anyway.
Yeah. And everyone was on Twitter to comment. Josh, why are people so? There are moments when
angry?
I feel like I'm missing something. Not even angry, but like why is everyone so opinionated on a jersey that the Orioles will wear 5 times this year, and that you may or may not buy with your own money? I just don't understand why every single person has to have an opinion on this.
Derek Arnold summed it up great for me.
Okay, love Derek Arnold.
The City Connect is the Dylan Bundy of uniforms. We've been hearing about it for years. There's been all this excitement, and then when it's put out there, it's like it's okay, but it didn't live up to any of the hype and potential that could have been.
Okay. I mean, I was up there with the hype on Dylan Bundy. His legs were incredible as a minor leaguer. Great minor leaguer stats.
But you're right. Everyone's got opinion. Can I tell you?
But you're right. It was the whole, and other teams has been released. Like if we were the first team to be released, it would have been different. But other teams have released, and the hype has increased.
For years, we've been waiting on our city, on our representation.
We've been waiting for years. I thought this was this year. Has this been going on for years?
I think this is the 3rd year.
Okay, I didn't realize it.
I remember the Nats. The Nats had their year where it was the Nats. I like theirs. It said WS. It had Washington abbreviated and had the cherry blossoms. The Rockies had theirs, and it was
Macon has more cherry blossoms than Washington, though.
Yeah, I understand that.
Just had to get that in there.
Yeah, and then what was it? You and I just saw the Braves, and the Braves looked cool.
Yeah, they're cool. They look cool.
So, so I think it was just hype. I'll tell you, people on Twitter, everyone's got opinion about everything.
I saw the line on the team store was going out the door.
And it should be. It should be. There should be hype in it. We saw in Atlanta the line was huge.
Yeah.
And everyone's getting them personalized in Atlanta. So I'm tempted to get one, but I'm not spending $160.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not either. But even if I love the jersey, I wouldn't spend $160.
No, I don't have a current Oriole player because I'm not paying $160 or $140, whatever it is.
All my money is going into savings
for October.
for the playoffs and World Series. Yeah. That's
Hey,
where my mind's going.
You said everyone on Twitter has an opinion
About the jerseys.
Yeah. So here's the Twitter comment I got about our city jersey.
Yeah, Josh, if you put it out there, people are gonna have comments.
They do.
You could say stuff about the Orioles, no one cares.
And I'll
you throw
tell
out
you,
a jersey, and everyone's got an opinion. Yeah,
I'll tell you, I launched it just a couple hours ago, and it's selling really well. I'm very happy with the release, and I'm very happy with the response. But how about this response I got on Twitter? This is like that MAGA beer that came out because y'all hated Bud Light's marketing.
Oh, look at political with it.
Look at this. Make Baltimore a great again crap. So apparently I am the extreme right-wing Republican version of versus the
Orioles
City Connect or whatever.
You got the Orioles are woke, and you're the response to woke culture, Josh, with your
so this June at Birdland Sports we will be storming Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
Yeah,
get set.
Anywhere in your shirt does it say "Make Baltimore Great Again"?
It does not.
Okay.
It does not. It says the greatest city in America.
Do you believe that, Josh?
It's a throwback to the park bench, to the benches in Baltimore that say the greatest city in America.
Yeah. No, I got you.
I think Baltimore is a great city.
Yeah. I'm grateful that you didn't include any flags. I think Maryland does a little overboard with the flag stuff.
I agree.
So and you don't realize how overboard they are until you go to another state and realize I don't know actually what Georgia's flag looks like.
No,
I don't know Georgia because it's not everywhere.
No, it's
like
exactly.
I have Maryland flag socks somehow. I don't know how.
I know. I've got this big giant Maryland flag shirt. I use it for softball.
Yeah, that's a Maryland thing.
Yeah,
I think the flag thing. So,
but yeah, you distracted me from what I was about to say, but that was probably a good thing because I don't remember now.
Yeah, well, and it was some politics in there. We got a quick turn the boat.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was gonna say I think Baltimore is a great city. It's just gonna get even better now with Hyundai and Kia, since the city of Baltimore is suing them for making their cars too easy to steal. So once they fix that, Baltimore will be even better city.
Okay, you're up today on the Baltimore news more than I am, so I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep. How about we talk Orioles?
Josh,
some baseball.
I tell you, well, you know what will make the city even better is winning baseball. Winning baseball will help the city.
We're there. We've seen 1 year of Adley Rutschman.
Yep, yes. 1 full year, and one of the best teams in baseball when he's with the Orioles. So, I think that says it all. I mean, we'll break it down, but I think these were some statement wins in Toronto this weekend. Oh, the sweep of Toronto, yes, was an absolute statement series. Josh, I was thinking about this.
Even on an individual thing, the fight on Saturday and the fight, not physical fight, the comeback fight on Sunday were statement wins over a big division rival. Yeah.
I want to get into a couple of these things, but can we first talk about Toronto? I was thinking about this, the AL East, you have these different teams that you hate for different reasons. I was thinking back to kind of high school and the kids I hated in high school and why. And like the Yankees, you hate the Yankees. I understand why everyone hates the Yankees because they're always good, right? And they're that kid in high school who's good at everything. And they're super nice. Like it's hard to hate Aaron Judge, but like you just hate them because they're so good all the time. And they got that kind of history.
You don't know why we're hating the Canadians?
And we hate Boston because the fans are so obnoxious, right? They're just obnoxious. And there's a little bit of history there with David Ortiz, right? And hurting some of our equipment, which is inappropriate. But like, and I think that's Majority is kind of a jerk. But
that would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but the Red Sox fans are jerks, and I get why we hate them. But the Blue Jays feel to me like they are, as far as not their fan base, though there is that whole thing with throwing beer at Hyunsu Kim or whatever. But it seems like their team is just full of outright jerks.
Yes.
Like unlike the Red Sox, you don't like the fans.
And
the Yankees, you don't like the
jerks.
history. With the Rays, you just don't like their players. They're just jerks. The management, the players, they're all just jerks.
Yes.
They're just easy. Like I just see the coach, the manager, and I look at their fat catcher, and I look at their fat pitcher, and I just want to punch these people in the face. Like I feel like no other team I feel like that. And the Rays, by the way, the Rays, I don't really care. Like I feel like the Rays are that kind of dorky kid in class where you just kind of root for him to succeed. Maybe someone had a rough upbringing, right? That kid who has a rough home life, so you just root for him to succeed. That's how I feel about the Rays. Like I have nothing against the Rays. Like I kind of feel good for them to be successful. Oh, look at you, cute little Rays who can't get any fans. Good for you for being successful. But the Blue Jays, more than any other team, like I dislike the actual players on the field and the coaches in the dugout more than any other team.
Yeah, it's funny, and it's a history of guys to not hate over there, and we have
history of Cito Gaston too, if you want to go back that far, the whole Mike Messina All-Star Game thing. But currently, it's just the players I dislike, and so it was so fun to take their loud mouths and obnoxiousness and just crush them in three games.
But it's every year with those guys. First, I think
there's always drama.
The Blue Jays rival as the 1989 season because our season ended there when we went to the Blue Jays like back one game behind them. But then
talking before my time here.
Yeah.
But and there was drama the week before with the Yankees. So it's not just us too.
The drama with the Yankees was fun. They're just jerks. Even last year you had Brennan High and Robbie Ray going back and forth.
Yeah.
And the Batista.
What you looking at? Yeah.
Who'd Batista not fight with? He fought with Adam Jones. He fought with Darren O'Day.
Yeah.
He fought
with Odor before he was an Oriole.
Yeah.
But there's that connection. Sure. Other teams don't like the Blue Jays either.
Caleb Joseph and Marcus Stroman fought.
Yeah. I did enjoy Caleb Joseph was the guy getting so much heat because he was the guy accusing. Oh no, he said that they should throw at Aaron Judge or something. And so he got a bunch of heat because you can't say that today. You can't say throw at a player.
Right.
People get so offended when you say that.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Caleb Joseph, I mean, he's been hit by a few balls. I think he's okay to say this.
Yeah, he has got a little bit of more credentials than some of us. Right. But no, it was a fantastic series. It was 3 great games.
It's fun that we pushed them to the bottom. The AL East is so packed tight that one bad series like that and you drop all the way to the bottom. It's fun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you've seen those numbers. I don't have them in front of me, but the run differentials, like the AL East run differential compared to every other division in baseball. And like the AL East is like plus 125 or something. And all the other ones are like plus 10, plus 5. And just the AL East is so dominant this year. And we played pretty well so far.
Only reason all 5 teams will not be in the playoffs is because there's only 3 wild card spots.
Yeah, I mean, if this continues, there's no kind of weaknesses. I thought Red Sox would be the weakness, but they're playing pretty good ball.
Right now, the Tampa Bay Rays have a 124 run differential. The Orioles have a plus 41. The Yankees have a plus 31. The Blue Jays are plus 7. And the Red Sox are plus 16.
Yeah.
So everyone in our division is up.
Yeah. So here it is. Buster Olney tweeted this yesterday. My boy Buster Olney. The AL East plus 225. Plus 225. The NL Central or the AL Central negative 161. The AL West negative 8. There's only one of the division in all of baseball that's positive. And that's the NL Central at plus 13. Plus 13 is the only positive one. Josh, AL East is plus 225.
Yes. That's ridiculous.
It's insane. This is insane.
Now the Rays 124 is crazy. I guess the Rangers are 108, which is going to be. It's just tough. We have the Yankees and we got the Rangers. We said May was going to be tough.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy? Cool off yet.
The Rangers 108, and yet the AL West is negative 8 because the A's, the Oakland A's, just completely cancel out the Texas Rangers and the run differential. Where we have no one canceling out, we're all positive. So we might be led by the Rays, but everyone in the AL East is positive.
You're right. The Oakland Athletics are minus 168.
Yeah. So that
that
more than
destroys
cancels out. Josh, if you look at this team though, I think this kind of weekend was emblematic of the whole season. I think we all thought, I mean, you and I thought the Orioles were going to be really good. I wasn't surprised at all by the month of April. I was like, we're just taking care of business like we should be. This month, it surprised me a little bit.
I
this
thought it
is
was
going
tougher.
better than I thought. Season is going better than I thought.
I wanted to squeak by May and then turn it on again.
Yeah, I was, let's win some series, lose some series. Let's stay if we can hover around 500. But that's not what happened so far in May. Coming after the sweep of the Rays, the sweep of the Blue Jays. Josh, do you have thoughts on why do you think this team is so good?
I think
what has gone a lot better than maybe you were anticipating.
I think it's young guys clicking together. I think there's a fight in this team where they're all playing for each other. And you can go with, again, we can go back to you can't clip these wings, but they are out there and it's the Orioles versus the world. And they all have each other's backs. And I think you see that with the fun that they're having and the fact that with some of these games, they do not give up. They fall behind and they trust that if I go out there and pitch well, my bats will get me. So I think there's something there. I know that's simplifying it too much, but I think it's also that the Orioles have been under projected constantly. And I think because of that, there's also luck because come on, Cano, Baker, we couldn't predict these guys. Kalam, he wasn't an Oriole until after spring training. You couldn't predict these guys, and the fact that this bullpen's been so well. The lineup, no surprise. The lineup I knew was going to hit runs. The fact that starting pitching is getting it done, especially in May, it seems like the starting pitching really put the hammer down, and the bullpen is doing what it does. We've shortened games. We talk about the Yankees all the time and how they shorten ball games. That's what the Orioles have now done with this bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the beginning of the season with Dylan Tate and Michael Givens being hurt at the beginning of the year. We thought, we could have a problem here. Little did we know we had a guy who's better than Michael Givens and better than Dylan Tate.
Maybe better than Batista.
Pretty much better than anyone in baseball. Yeah, and Yadier Cano. But to me, I was thinking about this, Josh, while you were tweeting out things about the City Connect jerseys. Yeah, I was doing actual prep for the show.
Okay,
and to me, like I marked kind of four baseball games for the Orioles that kind of represent, I think, how good the Orioles are and how surprising they are, because they win games they have no business winning. That's the thing to me. Like, they win the games they're supposed to win. They lose some games. But then there's this third category where they're supposed to lose the game, but they win. Like that. Right. And that didn't happen in the past. It's really not supposed to happen this year, but somehow they're doing it. So the first game I want to highlight is April 16th. It was a Sunday. Remember a couple years ago we had that streak where
we didn't win on
never
Sundays,
win on Sundays.
Yeah,
they were giving away tickets just to try to encourage a Sunday win. But I said the Orioles were down 4-0 to Dylan Cease. Grayson Rodriguez he started the game. He gave 4 runs in the first inning against Dylan Cease, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. And then after the first inning, Grayson Rodriguez didn't give up another run. The Orioles tied it 4-4 in the 8th inning. So they came back. There's that thing by, I think, Utah Street Report, your boy Derek Arnold, where they do like fall behind, catch up, like hold onto your butts and win the game.
Yes.
It's remarkable how often that happens.
It's the Orioles way.
So the Orioles came back in the 8th inning and tied up 4-4. And then in the 8th inning, Mateo hit a double, McKenna walked, and then Mullins hit a single to give them the lead 5-4. In that, they ended up winning 8-4 without a single home run hit the entire game to come back against one of the best pitchers in baseball. The next game, fast forward to this month, Friday, May 5th, Max Fried versus Dean Kramer. I literally thought about putting more money into my bookie and betting on the Braves to win by over a run just because Max Fried, and at the time, Dean Kramer was struggling. Well, it turns out in that game, Max Fried gave up 7 runs. The Orioles hit 3 home runs. Santander had 2 of them. And Kramer gave up 1 run, and the Orioles ended up winning 9-4. And then the next game, again, another game that we have no business winning. I'll bring it to this weekend. Saturday is my third example of a game we had no business winning, where somehow we're winning. Josh, we were down 5-2 going into the 8th inning.
Right.
I can't stress to you enough
with a depleted bullpen.
With a depleted bullpen on Saturday, I can't stress to you enough how teams do not win these games because, like you said it, Josh, who are your best bullpen arms? They're your 8th inning and 9th inning arm. And when did they come in? In 3-run games, in 3 runs or less. So we're losing by 3 runs. So we're seeing their best 8th and 9th inning guy. And we come back. And not only do we come back in the 8th inning, Ryan O'Hearn. I think this guy has had 1 home run the past 5 years. Ryan O'Hearn hits the 3-run homer to tie the game.
And let's be honest, we all saw that lineup on Saturday and said, why is Ryan O'Hearn in this lineup?
Yeah. And all the guy does, he's a clutch hitting machine. And I mean, we were asked questions why this guy on the roster to start the year. And we end up winning in the 10th inning. And it's like, it's a McKenna walk. It's a Ryan O'Hearn home run. It's a key Terran Vavra single, right? Where this is, I think, by far the deepest team we've ever had. I mean, outside of Adley Rutschman, if anyone else gets hurt, it's next man up. Like, I feel like we're fine. We have other guys there.
Right.
I think we see that in these games where we're always in it because from 1 to 9, it doesn't matter. Someone's going to come up and get the big hit. And then my last game would be the game on Sunday. Again, this is a game that I feel like we should have lost, but we just freaking don't stop. There was a tweet by Ken Wyman, who I think sums this up well. And again, it's Kramer again. Kramer keeps up going up against the Aces, and Gossman pitched great. Former Oriole great, former friend of the show, Kevin Gossman. He pitched great. But here's a tweet by Ken Wyman, who I think he covers the Ravens on 1057, but occasionally tweets about the Orioles. He said Gossman gave Toronto 8 innings, while Kramer gave up 9 hits and 2 walks in 5 1/3. Orioles 2 through 4 hitters went 0 for 15. Cano and Batista were unavailable, and the Orioles still won. I mean, how it just insane. I thought for sure when Sunday's game started, this is like throwing the towel. Where's Keegan Aiken? Is he available? Let him throw 4 innings. Like, this is a throw in the towel game on Sunday. You stole Saturday's game. You shouldn't have won. You won Friday. You got the series win. Like, we should not win on Sunday. We have our bullpen is done, and we go to extra innings and we win. Like, what is happening? That's a game we should lose, and we won.
I thought Sunday, the way our bullpen was, and then I think it was Voth who was our last guy left. I thought we were going to see
there was no one after him. Yeah, there was no one after him.
I thought it was going to be like a position player pitching. So,
yeah, but do you see what I'm saying, Josh? Those are, I highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4 games that should have been losses, that 100% should be losses, and somehow this team wins games that no one told them that they're supposed to lose these games. You're supposed to roll over in these games. You're supposed to roll over and lose. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Everyone does it. But somehow this team just doesn't lose or finds ways to win games that they're supposed to lose on paper. And it's just remarkable.
It is. And I don't know how you explain that. I don't know how to point to a stat sheet and explain why we win these games.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan O'Hearn's not supposed to hit a 3-run homer there.
Right.
He doesn't hit that many home runs, and he's not very good. Sorry. McKenna, you can hate him still in loss for Boston if you want to, but he's batting over 300, right? Like, McKenna's been great. You don't expect. I mean, you talk about this offense, Josh. Gunnar Henderson's batting 185 or something. He's still not hitting like we expected him to hit. Mateo in the month of May has been atrocious.
The 2023 MLB season is finally in full swing, and we are excited to introduce our listeners to a new way to play MLB Daily Fantasy Baseball on Rival Fantasy. Rival Fantasy is excited to announce 3 unique games that are stepping into the batter's box for the 2023 MLB season. Fantasy Bingo, where you build a DFS lineup with players who will help you get 5 achievements in a row for a bingo to win your card. Challenges, choose which 2 players will score more fantasy points in head-to-head contests. Fantasy Books, pick the over and unders for 2 to 5 players per entry. All right, but here's the best part. Rival Fantasies is offering a special promotion for new users. Sign up today and get a risk-free first play up to $50. That's right. If you don't win your first game, they'll refund your fee up to $50. Rival Fantasy is where baseball and fantasy sports are on the same team. Sign up today with the code PODCAST50 and take advantage of their risk-free first play promo. Visit rivalfantasy.com to sign up and step up to the plate. Get in on the MLB action this year with Rival Fantasy and step up to the plate.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/post. That's ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter.com/post.
I mean, he's been at his worst. We saw him at his best in April. He's been at his worst in May. Yet we still somehow find ways. I mean, yesterday, Sergio Mullins, 5 hits. It seems like every night, Santander was ice cold in April. He's been hot in May. We just have this beautiful balance in the lineup of just when we need the key hit, we kind of tend to get it.
But isn't that also like that's part of what we talk about as baseball? Like things that make like where baseball is magical compared to other sports is things like that.
Yeah. I mean, and also because, listen, we have better players than we did last year. We have better players than we did 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yes.
And so even Ortiz, right? Joey Ortiz is better than we've had before, and he's kind of our bench player. So I think our bench players are better than kind of some of our starters were the past couple of years. And so I think part of it is kind of good players tend to make good things happen, right? And get luckier with good players. But yeah, it's been a special season so far.
And when you're around good players, generally that improves the whole team. Everyone plays better when you're around good players.
Yeah, there is something. There's got to be something. If you keep on winning these improbable games, there has to be something where kind of in your psyche, as you're up to plate in the 7th inning down by 3, there's something in your psyche saying, listen, like, wait, I just got to get on base and something's going to happen. I just got to get on base and something will happen. Yeah.
Just turn the faucet on and the homer hose is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Splash, get ready.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. They did a bunch of this on the road this week.
The sweep at Toronto is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So yeah, I'm just really, I mean, you can't say enough good things about this team. I'm just so excited. I mean, you thought the month of May was a gauntlet. Yeah, the only series we've lost so far was the series to Atlanta, and those were 2 one-run games that we lost. Then we won the series against the Rays, which we have no business doing. In that whole series, by the way, we gave up 6 runs. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my numbers. Yeah, 6 runs in 3 games, which is amazing against a good Tampa Bay offense. We won 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. We split with the Angels, and we swept the Blue Jays. How's that for your month of May?
Well, 5-1 against the AL East in May,
which is wild that we're in the kind of near the end of May. We've only played 6 games against the AL East. That's a new thing, but
no. And May is so hard that June gets easier.
Yeah, and so you just think it once you get through the Yankees and the Rangers and the Guardians, then things I think they do ease up a bit. If you
Giants, Milwaukee, Kansas City, Toronto in Baltimore, and then Chicago.
Yeah. and then you end with Cincinnati. So in June. So
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hard month, and so far it's off to a freaking great start.
It's wonderful. And it goes back to the City Connect jersey. Part of why that you see lines outside that warehouse is because of how the team is playing.
Oh yeah, good crowds.
Winning baseball
too, yeah.
has been bringing crowds back to these home games.
Yeah, it's been good
Winning
to see.
baseball has excitement in the city. Winning baseball means you're seeing people wear O's hats around town. Winning baseball brings a lot of this stuff in. That like, I did a podcast with Ken over at Film Study this week. And I'm telling you, he wants to talk about, he's one of those pessimistic guys that wants to make a point that the Orioles are going to end up leaving Baltimore, that there's no room for the Orioles and the Nationals. I'm sorry, but winning baseball fixes all your problems.
Look at the Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it's football, but if you look at, I mean, if you want to go to the Washington and the Baltimore comparison, why? I mean, people say, well, the Nats support the Nationals more than the Orioles fans support the Orioles. What about the Washington Commanders? How come there's more opposing teams fans in the Commander games than there are Commander fans?
Because the Nats when the Nats win the World Series 3 years ago, 4 years ago, versus the Commanders who have had lots of losing, just like the Orioles.
Yeah. And so it's just, there's a direct correlation, right, to winning ball games and how kind of successful that franchise is in terms of fan support.
I'd love to see the math. Line. I'd love to see the math of money. How much winning baseball not makes the team more money, because obviously the Angelos family's gonna make a ton of money. They made a ton of money last year, and I know I saw you still follow the Buster Olney podcast.
Yep.
And last week he even had the question on his show, why do you hate the Orioles?
Yeah.
And
he said, I don't hate the Orioles. I just hate their owners.
Yeah, exactly. The owners. And his main fault was that the owners pocket all this money.
Yeah, they're clipping the wings.
Yeah, the owners are clipping the wings. And I want to see, outside of that, how much money does winning baseball bring to the area, to downtown? Is a winning baseball club help revitalize that area? It has to.
It's got to,
because we saw what winning baseball is doing in Atlanta with the Battery.
Yeah.
The bars and everything packed. Because
hotels, bars, everything. Yeah.
So winning baseball in Baltimore means Sliders is packed, means Section 720 or whatever that new place is packed.
Yeah. It means people have to stay at hotels, not just right by the stadium, and not just the Hilton, hotels throughout the city, because the Hilton's all booked. Yeah.
Which means more restaurants are going to be serving food and being packed. It helps grow. It means the casino's making more money. And it keeps, because of all that, I would think that also correlates into less crime, less issues, and it really brings stuff back to the city.
Oh, yeah. Tax money, all that stuff. Yeah. Increased revenues everywhere.
So,
there's no doubt about it. And not to mention that, I think this is, talk about ownership. They made what it was at $70 million last year, but that doesn't even take into account that they paid $150 million or whatever it was for the franchise. That's now worth $1 billion or whatever. Like every year, the value, and I know that's not tangible money, but if they ever sell the team, the value of the team increases with winning. The value of the team increases when you draft Adley Rutschman. The value of the team increases every single freaking year. The Orioles franchise is worth a lot more money now than it was even 5 years ago.
All right, so we gotta talk about money for a minute.
All right. And then can we talk about Jackson Holiday, because that dude.
Well, that's just gonna pour into Jackson Holiday.
All right.
Have we seen enough that the Orioles really need to work out a deal with Adley Rutschman and come out of All-Star break with, hey, we extended him for 10 years?
Josh, even these poor teams
are doing
like the Rays and the Guardians. They do this. They lock up young players now.
Right. And it is ridiculous that we haven't locked up Rutschman yet. You got to do.
Well, if they don't do it by next offseason, I'm with you there. We don't know what's going on in the background. I assume negotiations are happening.
But I think if you wait, the longer you wait, the more other teams get to talk in his ear about how much he's worth. You win a World Series with Adley Rutschman next year, that price tag of Adley Rutschman just went up dramatically.
Yeah. Well, and listen, if you go to Adley now, he's having fun, right?
Correct.
He doesn't want to go somewhere else.
He can't imagine being anywhere else.
This is the place to be. And so here you say, Adley, dude, you're having the time of your life. You're I mean, you got your signing bonus, but he's making not a lot of money because he's on the still on the rookie deal. He has an arbitration now. And
you say, look at everyone that's coming. You don't want to be anywhere else in 10 years. You got all these guys coming.
Adley's smart. I mean, there was someone talking about Ben Verlander.
Yes.
Let's talk about a dynasty.
Yep.
A dynasty, which is inappropriate when you haven't won a playoff game, let alone a World Series, let alone multiple World Series. It's not appropriate to use the D word.
Right. He said World Series within 3 years, and the start of a dynasty is what we're seeing now.
Yeah. But if you look at what Michael Elias has done, how he hits, it's unbelievable. He hits on every single draft pick. And then we thought, oh, man, I was like, yes, we can criticize him. He missed on Heston Kjerstad. He got the myocarditis and he missed. And then this year happened. He's like, oh, crap. He doesn't miss. Elias doesn't miss with these top draft picks. And so, yeah, the organization is not only set up well, but it's set up well into the future. Both this year, by the way, we didn't even mention that John Means this week starts his rehabilitation starts down in.
And I don't even know how you get these guys into the rotation.
Cole Irvin's pitching well at Norfolk. He can't make it back.
No, he came up.
He's pitching well, and
the bullpen, and we had to send him back. We don't have enough room.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Our depth. I want to get back to Jackson Holiday, but a quick word about the depth. And I think I mentioned this maybe before. Yeah. I thought for sure, like part of my thinking about this team was, we'll be pretty good, and then we get the trade deadline, and I really believe that Michael Elias is going to make some upgrades at the trade deadline.
Yep, Ohtani.
Right, not Ohtani, but make some upgrades. But now I'm trying to think about it. I'm thinking, well, maybe we can't, because what upgrade will be better than John Means? What upgrade will be better than Colton Cowser? Like, I'm trying to think, like, there's not the best upgrades we have. There's literally no one on the trade market outside Ohtani who would be better than what we already have depth-wise.
Right. I mean,
that's kind of where I'm at now.
No, I know, and that's scary. It's scary to convince yourself that way. And I feel like that's what Michael Elias was telling himself this offseason, that everyone was calling us stupid for not making any moves. But like,
yeah, but what's better, another middle rotation arm or Kyle Bradish and Dean Kramer? So far, right. I bet if we compare, and we should go and look at this, some of those arms people were saying we should sign, let's compare them to our starting five and see where they would fit in.
They won't. They won't fit in.
I don't know if they would.
Especially once you get Means up here. Kjerstad, you mentioned Kjerstad. He's killing it in Bowie.
Crushing it.
Why is he not at Norfolk yet?
He should be. The dude's, 24 or something? He's older. He's 25 maybe. He's 24.
He's 24 years old.
Yeah, so he played college, right? And then he had the year last year. Yeah. He came back last year, missed the year before. So he's older, so I think he should be in Norfolk. He's batting over 300. His OPS is over 1,000.
318, 9 home runs, 19 RBIs, a 400 OBP, and a 621 slugging.
Yeah,
OPS over 1. Yeah,
when you have an extended time where the OPS is over 1,000, the OBP is over 400, you kind of feel like, okay, you're ready for the call up. So I think it's eminent. I think
is it because there's not room? Like, we got to get Colton up.
Yeah, and Colton Cowser, he was out the day, and
I know he had some little injury.
Your boy Jimmy said he's getting the call up, but it wasn't true.
It's Jimmy doing typical Jimmy.
He tweaked his hamstring, and so one of these days, though, Jimmy's gonna be right about that. But if you keep on tweeting it, he's gonna be right one day. But he just tweaked his hamstring, so he's been out for a couple of days. Colton Cowser has. But you wonder, maybe like when they call up Colton Cowser, is the corresponding move then to bring Heston Kjerstad up? It could be. It could be.
But don't you think you could bring Kjerstad up anyway now, and then later this year you see Kjerstad and Colton Cowser both on this team?
Yeah, listen.
I don't know how you. I mean, this is where O'Hearn frustrates me. Because, he got the hit. But O'Hearn
got the 3-run homer to tie the game. You can't say nothing bad about O'Hearn right now.
O'Hearn does not deserve to be on this team. We've got prospects lined up to come up here and make a difference.
Maybe. I don't disagree with you. And yeah, I'm curious to see when these I think one of the arguments though is, Josh, O'Hearn is able to play once every 5 games and play well.
And get a home run. Yeah.
Right. Colton Cowser, I don't think we want him to play once every 5 games. Right. And so how do you find regular playing time for Colton Cowser?
It's really not O'Hearn that's in the way. It's Cedric Mullins, Austin Hayes, Anthony Santander. And I wonder if that was part of having Santander play first base a few times to try to figure out that outfield.
Yeah.
How do you make a room?
And part of the thing is, I know Arias he went down with an injury, and that's how Joe Ortiz has been able to get more playing time with Arias out. It's remarkable how healthy. Remember talking about Austin Hayes being injury prone?
Correct.
I know Santander's lost time with injury as well. It's really remarkable how healthy our players have stayed this year, outside a couple bullpen arms before the season, and during the season, really, it's just been Arias at this point. So I think I think if Hayes went down or Santander went down for a week, all this could shift and change. But so far, Hayes has been playing incredibly well. You can't bench Hayes at this point. Santander you can't bench. Mullins you can't bench. So, and I know, my theory was, Josh, they're trying Santander out more at first base,
right?
So you can DH Mountcastle, put Santander at first base, which opens up a spot in your outfield. That was kind of my working theory, that could be a Colton Cowser spot in the outfield open up if you can play Santander at first. But
all right, well, let's talk about a negative thing. Jorge Mateo. Just a few weeks ago, we were talking about Jorge Mateo and how maybe we need to start believing this. And he kind of crashed to earth pretty hard and fast.
Yeah. So if you're Manager Hyde, are you putting Mateo in there? You have other options. You have Ortiz.
I got Ortiz. Yeah.
You can also do some creative stuff with the infield, but I think right now with Arias out, and you're going to make more decisions when Arias comes out, but your options are to go kind of Ortiz at short or Mateo. You could also put
Henderson. There. You could do Henderson, yeah, short.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
But I think Urias being out buys Mateo a little bit more time.
It does. It makes this conversation easier.
Yes.
When he comes back, which might be as soon as they say it could be doing some rehab games as early as this week or next week. Would you play Mateo every day still and just hope he hits out of this funk? Are you like, I always pictured Mateo as the perfect utility guy. He's coming late in the game, good defensively.
He's the
where are we at with Mateo right now
of our infield? The problem I have with Mateo is he's made a few defensive blunders as well recently. Yeah. So I could always say that he was a Gold Glove shortstop.
Oh, and Ortiz, by the way, great defensively.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
As good as Mateo
right now is Mateo. With Mateo struggling, I'd go to him. Hey, let's get you an off day. Let's get you a little time off. Let's see what Ortiz can do.
And he has been. I think Mateo's been playing less recently.
Right. So I would go with that route. I would hope that Mateo, we saw it last year. We saw at the beginning of this year that he can bounce back, but maybe we should have traded him when he was hot.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's trading for a guy who got hot in April.
Correct.
No one traded for Franchy Cordero when he had 2 good weeks with the Yankees, and now I think he's been DFA'd. I'm curious to see what Elias does in July with Mateo. I'm curious to see right now, like how often does Mateo play? Like this coming week, does Mateo play, or does Mateo start over or under 4 games this week?
Who starts more, him or Ortiz?
Yeah, who starts more, him or Ortiz? I think it's going to be something to watch. And on the one hand, like, keep on playing him so he can get hot like he did in April, because that's a game changer. On the other hand, like, you're trying to win games, and maybe long term Ortiz is a better play.
Right.
And Mateo, I feel like, can help you in so many ways from the bench as a late inning pinch runner. Maybe it's better to have that kind of in your back pocket. I don't know. It's an interesting decision.
It's interesting, and it is going into where, like, we've been winning games we shouldn't win, as you said earlier. And now we've got a series of the Yankees and the Rangers. 2 huge series, 2 great teams where you need everyone to be on their A game. and where we've been able to get through this with the struggle in Mateo, we really might need to look at more of Ortiz.
Yeah, and it's tough because Mateo doesn't have quite the track record. Like Santander, when he struggled in April, we said you play him every day. He bats number 3, you play him every day because there's enough of a track record with Santander that we know a bad April, is nothing to be worried about. Where Mateo, you don't have the track record. Like April is the only time he's ever done that in his career.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's not the norm.
And Gunnar, we're seeing struggle, but we're seeing him hit the ball hard, and we're seeing him still get on base.
Right,
So you're
still
seeing
has great
plus
OBP
things
numbers.
from there.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of bad luck with Gunnar.
Yeah. Mateo doesn't help you with the OBP when he's not hitting. Like, he doesn't walk enough to make it worth it. So, yeah, I think it's an interesting decision. I want to circle back. I know we're running out of showtime here, but I just want to make a point about Jackson Holliday because what he's doing in Aberdeen,
it's monumental.
It's unheard of, Josh. I remember listening. They had I don't know if you were watching. They had Mike Elias on the broadcast, and Mike Elias said, "Listen, when we promoted Jackson Holliday to single A, we did it with the understanding he would struggle for a while because Aberdeen's a ballpark that's really hard to hit at, and it's advancing to the next level. So we just assumed he would struggle.
So what do we do now?"
Yeah. Josh, I said it's a good sign. Like you're too, with Hessen Kerrstat, a good sign that you're kind of too good for your league is when you have OBP over 400 and OPS over 1,000. Jackson Holliday's OBP is over 500. He gets on base. He's gotten on base every game this year. He's batting 395. His OPS is well over 1,000, 1.229. I mean, he is putting up stats. I literally was thinking about driving to, I think they were at Winston-Salem. It was like 5 hours from here. I was thinking about driving
to see him
5 hours just because I want to see this kid. It's unbelievable what he's doing at 19. It's done deal. He is the number 1 prospect on the baseball. I don't know when they update their rankings, but the next time all these things do their rankings, everybody will have Jackson Holliday not number 1. Everyone will when they update their rankings. I guarantee it. It's remarkable what he's doing. I did mark my calendar. I'm going to OBX in June, Josh. We're going to Outer Banks. He's playing in Wilmington the week of June 21st. I circled it on my calendar. I'm going to stop if he's still there June 21st. If he hasn't been promoted to Bowie yet,
right,
by June 21st, I'm going to go see him play, and I'm going to kiss him or something. It's just I can't stress enough how insane of a year Jackson Holliday is having. It's remarkable. Better than Adley Rutschman did at Aberdeen. Better than anybody. It's just really remarkable. So anyway, I'm so pumped about Jackson Holliday and his and it's not just like he's getting like singles, triples, home runs all the time. It's remarkable.
Yeah, it's been pretty special, and I can't wait to see that translate. With the Orioles.
I mean, another way to look at it, Josh, if you just look at stats, just look at like other people on the team. The leadoff hitter Wagner has been playing really well lately. He's batting 225. The number 3 hitter Fabian, we drafted last year, the same year Jeff Holliday, batting 250. Bieber is another recent draft guy from college, 234. All these guys are batting 220, between 220 and 250. And then Jackson Holliday is batting 400. It's not just that he's good. He's so much better than everybody else. And he's, by the way, younger than everybody else. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I'm really curious to see, too, how the Orioles treat this. Because he's showing those numbers the single A is not a challenge for him.
Right.
He should be at Bowie. But then if he's at Bowie now, he's going to be, and he plays well at Bowie, they're going to be calling for him to be at Norfolk. And then I don't know how fast they want to move him. I know Elias was not anticipating him playing this well so quickly at single A. So I'm curious to see how they handle Jackson Holliday as well. But all that to say, this is what makes Ben Verlander say things like dynasty. Right. Because not only is the Major League squad playing well with young players, Jackson Holliday looks like he's going to be the next great thing as well.
I can't wait. It's a great time to be an Oriole. Great time to get on the bird wagon. I like the bird wagon though.
The bird wagon.
The bird wagon. Yeah.
I went to some personal stuff here. Speaking of top prospects, I saw this weekend, the Red Sox top prospect.
Okay.
Marcelo Mayer. And can I say something about him, Josh?
He's no Jackson Holiday.
He is no Jackson Holiday. Not even close. But he is the Red Sox top prospect. I did some undercover work. I went to the Greenville Drive, which, by the way, great stadium. They got like Green Monster there. You saw a video. My kids did the 3-legged race. I love minor league baseball so much. I got free parking. I got tickets for $9 each. Hot dogs for $3. I just love minor league baseball so much. A kid got an autograph. My son got an autograph. I'll say this, Josh. We got there early, and we stayed after the game. Marcelo Mayer. I've gone to a lot of Orioles minor league games. I got Heston Kjerstad's autograph. Josh, you've done this before too. If you stand right by the field and you shout out a player's name, especially when I'm there with my 6-year-old son, I never once have had a player not come over. They always come over. If you call them by their first name, they always come over. The one time I think I was talking to your boy, Kobe Mayo, and he said and he gave me like a hold on, and he did all his warm-up stuff, and they came over.
Yep.
Josh.
I did this with Gunnar last year. Yes.
This is this was make minor league baseball so great because it's so accessible. But I want to tell you this. I want this on the record. Marcelo Mayer, the Red Sox top prospect. We went up. We were before the game, real early. He was right, maybe 15 feet away from me. Shouted his name. The guy next to me, it was like 5 of us there waiting for autographs. The guy next to me, he's one of these old guys that had his binder. These guys with binders. He's getting every single name.
The old guys with their binders and the cards to get all the autographs, the most irritating thing ever.
I really don't. It turns me off. I'm there more. You know how I feel about autographs. I'm more there too. I want to get my son to take a picture with Marcelo Mayer. I want this to go on record that he kind of was there, saw this top prospect. Right. I want as much the meeting as I do the autograph. I don't really care about the autograph. I don't know where Heston Kjerstad's autograph is, but I remember kind of our conversation we had in SAS meeting him. And I hope, 10 years from now, we can talk about that. But Marcelo Mayer was 15 feet away. The other guy next to me was yelling his name. I was yelling his name. Ignored me the whole time. After the game, walked right beside me, walked right next to me. As we waited till after the game, we went down where they walked past, shouting his name. Didn't so much as look at me. Marcelo Mayer snubbed me and snubbed my son. Marcelo Mayer, top prospect for the Red Sox. He's dead to me.
Dead to you.
Dead to me.
Understandable.
I'm done with him. I wasn't wearing Orioles gear either. I wasn't wearing Orioles gear. I had generic baseball gear on.
Yeah. I mean, that's a shame to hear.
I've never been snubbed like that in a minor league game by a player.
Not by a minor league player. You're normally not. So that's a shame to hear.
Yeah. And I know I was talking to the right guy because he's 19 years old, but he's got a full beard like he's some kind of grown man. Number 7 snubbed me bad. But the Greenville Drive, it was 3.5 hours, so it was quite the drive, but it was worth it. It was just a great experience. Good stadium, good atmosphere. Love minor league baseball. I'm looking forward to this summer to go on some more road trips.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
glad to hear that. So, all right. I think we covered the week, right? Win, keep winning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are. You hear people talk about this sometimes. Like if the Orioles go 500 the rest of the year, they'll finish with 90 wins or something. I don't know what the numbers are, but I think pretty much we go 500 the rest of the year, we make the playoffs. But now all of a sudden, Josh, and our conversation changed this week, via our group chat. By the way, Oriole fans, it's okay to have a group chat. You don't have to tweet everything out. You can group chat it. All right. Save your tweets for something good. You can group chat other stuff. Whatever.
So
that's just
the group chat as in you, me, and our dad.
Yeah, just family.
Yeah, the family chat.
Yeah. I don't know why we should get Bert in there too. I don't know why Bert's not in there. But you ever think about doing, I think there's a version of this, Josh, where like a section 3 to 6 chat? You ever thought about going that route?
No, with our listeners?
Yeah, like a listener group chat. Doesn't the Verge do something like that?
Yeah, they do. I mean, like a Discord group. I mean,
yeah, I'd be
down for something like that.
All right. I have a a group like that now called Group Me. You familiar with Group Me?
Yeah.
It's the same type of idea.
I use Group Me to talk to the Little League parents.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to start a 336 group chat?
I don't know if I do or not.
Maybe for our Patreon members or something.
Yeah, just something to think about. But
let us. Oh, here you go. Just message us if that's something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, all that to say, whatever I was going with that is our conversation shifted to, I think the conversation has been a lot about, is this team good enough to make the playoffs? I think when the year started, Fangraphs had us like 10%. Now we're close to 50%. Now the conversation becomes, can we catch Tampa? Now the conversation becomes, I see this as a division winning team. And we're going to hit a rough spot where we lose 4 out of 5 games. Birdland, prepare yourself. We're not going to win every series.
Yeah.
We're going to lose a couple series in a
week.
row. Yeah. We're going to lose 3 in a row, 4 in a row. It's going to happen.
Yep.
But I see us as, I look at this team and I think we're good. I think we're good enough not just to squeak into a wildcard game, but good enough to compete for a division and do some damage in the playoffs.
No, I believe my text to you was, hey, I checked the Omni is $1,300 a night. Should we book it?
Yeah.
Which the answer is no. At $1,300 a month, we will drive from your home.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous. Game. But I also told Em, like, don't plan anything in October. And she said she's already planning a weekend in Savannah. I said, we got to talk, Em. We got to talk about the weekend in Savannah. But leave October open right now.
We've had the same conversation in my house about end of October. Looked it up. November 4th is the last game of the season. So
the World Series.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say what it was, but yeah, the World Series. It ends like November 4th. So I definitely have had the conversations about how Birdland Sports needs to do really well, because I got some World Series tickets and flights to arrange. Yeah, some playoff ball, and the way this team's playing, I might just skip the wild card round.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I think the talk before was, can we make a wild card? Now the talk is like, I mean, if we can go toe to toe with the Rays and with the Blue Jays and with the Braves, who's better?
Right.
I mean, we're playing the best, and we're showing that we're good enough to play with them.
Great time to remind everyone that the 2023 World Series championships are still available on Birdland Sports. I mean, we called out this years ago.
I've been wearing that shirt for years now. Yep.
I'm on to my second one because the first one faded so much.
Yeah, my first one shows a lot of wear. That's for sure. All right. Anything else to talk about before we get out of here? It's a good high note to end on.
No, let's end on that.
All right. Because and if you go all the way to the World Series, just more proof, Josh, that you can't clip these wings.
Cannot stop thinking about the fact that John Angelos is the one clipping our wings.
Yeah, you have a shirt designed John Angelos, some big old scissors
with some hedge clippers,
hedge trimmers. Yeah, hedge trimmers.
Yeah.
Trying to clip some Oriole bird wings.
Yeah, I don't have a anti-Angelos shirt at the time. A lot of people have asked me to do the clown nose thing, but I feel like that's a Barstool thing.
That's a Barstool thing. Yeah.
So I ain't doing that. Yeah. The clip your wings has me thinking. Yeah. Pretty funny.
All right, boys and girls. Well, if that ever happens, you can find out about that by following Josh's Twitter, Birdland Sports, and you can also follow Josh on Twitter
at Josh Roca.
You can follow me on Twitter at Section336. Thanks for listening, boys and girls. And as always, go O's.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/post. That's ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter.com/post.
The new Chevy Silverado HD puts you in command. Own strength with its enhanced available Duramax 6.6-liter turbo diesel V8. Own the lake with its available advanced towing technology. And own technology with an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. The new Chevy Silverado HD. Own work, own play, own life. Learn more at Chevy.com. Find new roads. Chevrolet.